I don't know who was powering Cincinnati's Bengals last night, but they sure gave Cleveland a nice little early Christmas present. Mary Kay Cabot is here. And Mary Kay, what was that all about last night? Who saw that one coming?
You know what? I did not see it coming. I knew that the Steelers were falling apart. I didn't think they had fallen so far that they were going to lose to a 2-victory football team starting Ryan Finley. I mean, come on. I still can't believe that happened. I mean, the Bengals were just out for it last night, really. The way that defense was playing, they were absolutely incredible and unbelievable. And I'm still shocked by the whole thing. And it really sets up for a very interesting 2 weeks.
Yeah, it sure does. We of course will focus our attention to the Browns, but it doesn't hurt if you're a Browns fan to see Pittsburgh kind of just fall apart. Is it the end for them, or is it the beginning of the end, or what is it? What are we watching here from afar?
Well, you know what? I think they've had a lot of injuries this season. So I think for anybody to think that you can just write off the Steelers, you know what? I just don't think that it's time to do that. People planned on doing that heading into this season, right? I mean, they had no Le'Veon Bell, they had no Antonio Brown. Ben was getting up there in years, and yet they started off 11-0. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a good organization over there in Pittsburgh, and they will find a way to get back on the winning track next year. There's no way that they are going to settle for anything less than a competitive football team. They also have, like I said, a lot of injuries. They lost their best linebacker in Devin Bush. Just a couple of weeks ago, they lost one of their very best pass rushers in Bud Dupree. Last night, they were without their starting running back in James Conner. They've got a bunch of guys dropping passes. So Ben does not have a lot of help right now. And, if you're not supporting an older quarterback or a struggling quarterback with a really robust running game, then you're doing him a disservice.
Yeah. Well, when the Browns ever sniff falling apart, everybody just wants to wipe everything out and start from the beginning. We all know what a good organization Pittsburgh is, but they don't seem to be taking that same approach. They until they're totally convinced that they got to break it up. They're going to try till their last breath to keep it going. I would guess, unless it all came at the same time, where Ben decided to retire at the same time, maybe. Maybe some other of their veteran players would want out also. So, but I just don't see him standing up against the masses.
No, I mean, you know what? It's going to be really hard, I think, for them to get back on track. In fact, I honestly believe that the Browns have an amazing chance to win the AFC North. I really do, because with the way the Steelers are playing, they have to play the Colts. The Colts are 10-4. They have to play a really good Colts team on Sunday, and they haven't even been able to beat a bad team, let alone a good team. The Browns, meanwhile, are going back to MetLife Stadium to play the 1-13 Jets. They just got the monkey off of their back, so they are not, going to be leaving every single thing they have out on the field to try to avoid 0-16. They've already done that. Not that they're not going to try to win, but they won't be as desperate. So therefore, I think the Browns will easily beat the Jets. I think the Steelers will struggle with the Colts, and it sets up for a big, huge showdown on January 3rd at First Energy Stadium. And with what I'm seeing of the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, the Browns can absolutely beat them.